All right, it is live and I am waiting. All right, as you check in, let me know you are here. Check your connection. Your live stream is experiencing connection issues. I don't know what that's about. Let's get that out of there. Okay, action needed. I think I need to close whatever that is. Close that. Okay, dismiss that. Close unused applications. Dismiss that. Close that. Okay. And 3 people are here. Hey, hey, hey. Can you hear me? Please let me know that you can hear me. I've got all this stuff going on. So what I do, so we learned a couple of things yesterday, so I will share that. One, we're going to give some late people a chance to get here so I don't waste time repeating myself because folks were late. I left out some stuff yesterday because of the accident. I did a little update on my day, which took up some of our time. 15 minutes of this is 15 minutes. So learned some valuable stuff on yesterday. Let me know that you were here. Wave, tap something, like, hearts, blah, 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 blah. I see 7 people. I had such great feedback yesterday, so I'm really excited. So thank you guys for joining me. Hey, Kimberly Hollingsworth. Everyone say hello. Let me know that you can see me clearly. Hey, you can see that I've moved. I'll tell you about the space that I'm sitting in. When I am home and working from home, I'm sitting in my kitchen at my island. This is where my laptop sits most of the time, and I can sit here for 10 hours. Hey, Betty. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Greg Mitchell. Thanks for joining us. I love when men are here trying to find out our secrets. Hey, guys. Okay, so I am going to, at the 5-minute mark, at 8:35 we'll start. I'm going to be true to our 15 minutes of talk time. So I did learn some things about what 15 minutes means to us. So it's 15 minutes of content, not 15 cold, hard minutes, Erica. I can't be so rigid. Hey, 10 people are here. I'm so glad that you guys decided to come back and that you got something out of yesterday. When you are checked in, can you please just say hello so that I know that you are here and engaged? I've got lots of people on my page that lurk all the time, but this isn't about lurking. This is about being engaged and being a part of a 28-day self-care challenge. So to do that, you got to participate. And I'd like to know that you're here. Check in, check in, check in, check in, check in, check in. All right, so I hope that the people that are checking in were very intentional about our journal prompt on yesterday, which was, how did I get here? And for those of you who were a part of that, we'll talk about that. Hey, Janine, I'm so glad that you're here, Janine, and being a part of this. I appreciate you. So again, people that are coming in, we're going to start at the 8th. Hey, Yolanda Maria Martinez. Hey, guys. I'm so glad you guys came back for day 2. I'm excited about this. 17 of us. We're going to start at the 8:35 mark so that we have 15 minutes of content so that I am not repeating myself and taking up our valuable time with people that slide in late. Wanda Marie, what's up, climbers? I like that. Wanda, thank you so much for that. Keisha, take note. We are climbers. I was trying to think, like, what could be my entry when we all check in. I like that. What's up, climbers? Thank you, Marie. Wanda, I like that. We needed that. Hello, Lynette Wright Jennings. You've been cooking some good stuff, girl. I'll come over for dinner. Good, good, good. All right. Come on in, come on in, come on in so we can climb out, right? I am so excited. So everyone had their journal. Hey, E-Star Voice, welcome back. Are you the one that said that you and your daughter were here last night? I hope that you both are back today. I think that was you. I did read all the comments. My inbox. Guys, thank you so much for all the great feedback. It really, really helps because I was talking to one of my friends today, and I'm just going to chit-chat because we're going to start at 8:35 because, again, for those of you who are sliding in, I don't want to miss 15 minutes of content. So I want to talk about climbing out for 15 minutes. I don't want to waste time with people sliding in late for me to repeat myself. So we're going to start at 8:35 so we can get on with our second day of our 28-day self-care challenge. Good stuff. Oh, Girl, you don't know who you're talking to. Don't let this little body fool you. You know, one of my favorite pastimes is eating good food, and I've been looking at all that good stuff you've been cooking. Come on, let's climb out, climb out, climb out. Good stuff, Keisha. Thank you so much. Keisha, thank you for your text messages and your support. Oh, so what I was saying was I was driving today, and my good friend Tabitha, you guys see me and Tabitha interact often. So Tabitha called me today, and she goes, "How did it go?" I was like, "Oh my God, I was so nervous." And she goes, "What?" So let me tell you, all of my friends think that this is like some easy shit for me. Because I'm a public speaker, I'm a publicist, and all this public stuff in front of what I do professionally. Always, always. But I am back because I will critique myself and tear myself apart. So yeah, I did not watch, and yes, I do get nervous. And thank you for all of the positive feedback because I did get a chance to go back and just read some of your comments. Hey, Jay Boss Lady is here. Thank you. See, that's gonna make me even fucking more nervous. Like when my real friends are here, like Keisha here, Jay is here, Juliet's my love, my favorite British friend, my Australian friend, my Jewish friend with red hair. I don't even know how to my fluent in Spanish friend with an English accent that's Jewish that date black dudes. That's Juliet, guys. Juliet, did you like my text message to you? What was it, 2 o'clock in the morning? I'm looking for a link from you, and all I got is little box links. That wasn't what I was looking for, and I still haven't ordered it, so shh. All right, we got 1 minute. And we're going to talk about unpacking our journal prompt from last night. Hey, bestie, Michael Edward Allen. I'm going to move, Michael, the picture behind me is a picture that you gave me as a housewarming gift many houses ago. So thank you. I was wondering if I sat here, could you see that picture? But there it is. It was 3:30 in the morning, Juliet. Well, you know what I was thinking about. I was trying to climb out for real. Oh, yes, I hustled all day, Jay. We got to talk tonight, baby. As soon as this is over, I'll be talking to you. So some good stuff happened. All right. Okay, we can get started because we are here and we're here on time, and those that aren't. Okay, so last night we talked about, it was day one of our 28-day self-care challenge, and again, I want to thank everyone that was here last night, and here we are again for day two. And on yesterday, it was about our journal prompts. So a very integral part of taking care of myself is writing every day, processing. Hey, Tonette, my bestest since she was 16 years old. That is TT. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So anyway, last night we talked about journal prompts, and I must preface this whole conversation with, I am not a therapist, I am not an expert, I am not someone that is going to be able to heal you from your childhood trauma or change the trajectory of your life. I am someone who has fucked up a whole lot and has managed to make some decisions in my life that I don't want to fuck up as much as I used to. That is it. And if I need to put that in small print or big print, that's all we got. Hey, Shadon, I swear to you, I'm going to get back with you. I really need to talk to you tomorrow, but I can't do that right now. Hey, Kiri's here. All right, so let's go. We're going to unpack what we started on yesterday. So day one of the self-care challenge was about journal prompts. So self-care is about being very intentional about taking care of ourselves, because what we know, the reason that most of us are here is because we have been very intentional about taking care of other people at home, at work, on the street. We're the people that say yes to everyone else, and then when we're overwhelmed and can't figure out how the hell we got here, we're going, what about me? So February is a month that's typically about Valentine's and loving other people, but because we've spent our entire lives worried about other folks, I thought it'd be very important that we be intentional about loving ourselves this month. So yesterday, we talked about our journal prompts. So writing gives us an opportunity to be accountable of our feelings. If we write it down, we can't deny it. If we write down, like what we had this morning was, I will and I will not. If you wrote down this morning, I will eat lunch. If you wrote that down, that gave you an opportunity to be accountable for that. If you wrote down, I will not call that motherfucker today. I don't know what your I will not was today, but all of us had prompts today that we were following. One was I will, and the other was I will not. So writing it down in our journal allows us an opportunity to hold ourselves accountable. That's what journaling is about. Journaling gives you an opportunity to see what it is that I feel and hold ourselves accountable to it. So, unpacking what our journal prompt was yesterday. Yesterday's prompt was, how did I get here? So, what I didn't have an opportunity to talk to you about in great detail is how did I get here? So, in 2018, and I've been very transparent and very vocal about everything that happens in my life, because what I understand as a publicist, what I've told all of my clients, like, I get the work that I get the opportunities I get because people have bought into me. People, all of you believe that you know me personally because that bitch write everything about her life is all over social media. There's a whole bunch of things that aren't on social media, but because of my transparency, because I believe that all of my experiences are set up to allow me to help someone else. So in 2018, all of you saw me publicly lose a high six-figure earning position, right? 6 months after buying a $500,000 home. What you don't know, in losing that position 6 months after I bought my home, there was some betrayal that happened when I lost that position. Betrayal from someone that was very close to me. So how did I get here? I lost my job. I found out that I had been betrayed by someone that was very close to me. I had just purchased a home. I'm the person in my marriage responsible for the mortgage for that large home. We were on the brink of 2019. So we've got all of those. Look, what are the root causes for divorce? It's finances, right? So we go into 2019. I've lost my job. I'm the breadwinner in this marriage. Shit's going on. I'm married to who at that time, I married my best friend on the planet, my biggest cheerleader. There's things happening in my relationship. We're in therapy. Both of us decide that we're no longer willing to show up in this marriage the way that we decided we were when we took these vows, right? I filed for divorce, and a global pandemic happens, and the courts shut down, and I'm separated from someone in the house with them. How did I get here, right? So now I'm my job, my mortgage, my home, betrayal, separated. My mom is diagnosed with breast cancer. My daughter is diagnosed with MS. My baby grows up and leaving and go to college. I'm out of work. I'm convincing myself that I can be an entrepreneur. I've got all of this stuff happening during a global pandemic. And I've got on this smiling face. And I'm convincing myself that I'm okay. And I'm convincing thousands of people around this world that I'm fine. And I'm fine. And just like you walk around and you're smiling and I'm fine. So that's how I got here. Because I wasn't fine. Because when the cameras were off and I was done smiling and pretending that I was fine, at night I was drowning. And I was incapable of telling anyone how I was feeling. However, I was in therapy. So while we're in our home, separated, imagine that. You're in a marriage that's ending, separated together. For 2 years, my husband and I lived that way. How did I get here? So I'm clinically depressed. I live with anxiety. And I'm forced to live in this situation. So in it, I'm journaling and I'm in therapy, and what was told to us in marital counseling is I needed to be in therapy, he needed to be in therapy, and we're in therapy together. And what happens in that, if one person is in therapy and the other isn't, right? So I began to heal. And what I was told was I needed to get my own interests and my own hobbies, and I needed to get my own friend circle, and I needed to do all of these things for myself. And I started to grow, and I started to feel better. And as I started to grow and feel better, like the world got bigger for me, right? I got happier. Like there was joy inside of me that I hadn't seen, and I wasn't so angry. So the betrayal that I had felt, and my mom being sick, and my daughter being sick, and Carrie preparing to leave, like I was dealing with this stuff in a way that I just kept moving, and I just kept moving, and then suddenly, like I was really separated. But what you don't know, like I'm dealing the best way I know how, right? So now, Erica, take care of you. Because now I'm separated, right? I'm separated, and I'm working on me, and I'm in therapy, and I'm finding healthy ways to manage my feelings and my emotions. So I'm not blasting people on social media. And you never know that I felt betrayed by this person, because I'm not sending subliminal passive aggressive messages on social media. And the only people that knew that I had gone through any of these things were my closest friends. There was a small period of time when you guys knew that I was super duper fucking angry with Edward Buck. But through healing, the same person that I married, and that best friend, and that biggest cheerleader, and who we were when we decided, oh, I want to spend the rest of my life with that person. Suddenly, through this process of learning to love me and doing the stuff that we're going to talk about for the next 28 days, last person I talked to on the phone was Edward Buck. Because suddenly we're those friends again. Because just because you decide that you're not the best people to be married to anymore doesn't mean that you're not the same two people that showed up to be friends. So, we got to unpack that shit that you wrote down last night. How did I get here? So I know how I got here. I just told you how I got here. So over the next 28 days, last night included, we need to start to do the work to get out of that spot. So that's all this is about. So, thanks for being so real. Love to hear you talk. Blah, 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 blah. You certainly are not. Thank you, guys. I got old eyes. We talked about that last night. There's a whole bunch of stuff. All right. So I hope that based on the stuff that you wrote down last night, how did you get here? Because I told you, it didn't have to be some long, drawn out, ready to jump off the tallest building in the world, right? Wherever it is that you're trying to climb out of is just a place that you don't want to be in anymore. Like, one of my friends is here. She told me she's sick of being on the job she's in. So how'd you get there? What steps do you need to get out of that job? Get out of the house you're in. Get out of the apartment you're in. Stop seeing the doctor that you're seeing. Whatever that place is, by the time these 28 days are over, you're going to be able to make some decisions to stop doing whatever those things are. So last night, it was your journal prompt, how did I get here? I just told you how the fuck I got here. I'm no longer in that place. This morning we wrote, I will not. We're going to do that every day. Every single day. The first thing we're going to write in our journal is, I will not. Tonight we're going to talk about our nighttime routine, because after journaling, sometimes, based on where the hell we are and what we're trying to get out of, that can be some deep, dark stuff when we're completely honest with ourselves. I can talk about that shit now and not break out in a goddamn ugly cry, because I've worked my way through it. But there were times when I couldn't have this conversation with you, complete strangers, my friends, my family, or anybody, because I was still dealing. Like, healing is, it's cakewalk now. Shit. Trying to have a conversation with me about all that crap 2 years ago. So it's been a journey. So this shit doesn't happen overnight, and you're not going to be completely healed of all this stuff in 28 days. But what I'm telling you is, as we go through this process, it's going to get easier. So, tonight, we're going to talk about continuing to unpack the stuff that got us here, and we're going to start our nightly routine. How, after we journal this stuff and process these emotions, how do we begin to set the tone for a peaceful evening, a peaceful night's sleep, to start the next day, right? So after I'm done with you guys, I make sure my downstairs is clean, right? I said clean, maybe neat, maybe not so dirty, maybe the table isn't junky, right? Whatever works for you. Because I don't like to get up in the morning and shit's all over the place, right? Good job, Tabitha. Hey! So, we're going to work on our nightly routine. For me, when I get off the phone with you, I'm going to have a cup of tea. I started my skincare routine. So all of you guys would be like, 50 where? 50 where? That's because Rihanna and her little Fenty thing, I use her cleanser, her toner, that fat water. So I got my skincare routine. I'll take my shower, drink my tea. I have a nighttime affirmation. I'll share the link to the affirmations that I listen to. I use the same affirmations for my morning routine and the same for my nighttime routine. So tonight we want to talk about our journal prompts. Writing down our nighttime journal prompts are what we're grateful for, right? Nighttime journal prompts, what we're grateful for, and our nighttime routine. So tonight I want you to work on 4 things to add to your nighttime routine. You have your journal prompt. We're working on how we got here. After unpacking your journal prompt, how I got here, it's very imperative that we have a nighttime routine that's going to get you in a good place of peace so we have a good night's sleep. So tonight's self-care, day 2, is a nighttime routine. We're working on 4 things to add to your nighttime routine. Mine is my tea, some time to sit with myself, and my affirmation. Work on yours. That's our 15 minutes. I took 5 minutes to wait for you guys. 15 minutes of content. We worked on our day 2 plan, and I hope to see you tomorrow. We're working. Day 3 tomorrow. Bye-bye.